What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. As you see, we're getting closer and closer to having this thing done. And as you guys see, I got quite a bit of stuff done off camera. So let me catch you up. Alright, so as you guys can see, I got the alternator on, alternator bracket obviously, water pump pulley on, and I got the wiring harness on and situated. And then I also put the TGVs on, just sitting for right now, in the lower intake manifold. And if you guys are wondering, yes, I did delete the little restrictor plates that sit inside of these intake runners because, you know, we got upgraded cams and valve train. We want to let more air in, and because the EPA can't delete these, got to keep these. So figured I'd get rid of these little runners over here to kind of help airflow a little bit better, you know? And if you guys are planning on doing that, there is no problem with doing that. Like, it's not against the EPA or any of that stuff for those of you that live in those boring countries like California. But you still will have to get a tune because at the end of the day, you're allowing just a little bit more air to flow through these cylinder heads. So you will need a tune if you do delete those little restrictor plates like I did. But as you guys also see, we got the throttle body all cleaned up, looking almost brand new. And then we don't got too much to put on. I mean, fuel rail, injectors, hoses for a bunch of stuff because I'm replacing all of the hoses. So you see I got all the vacuum lines off right now except for literally this one. I'm gonna take that one off, but we are going to be replacing all of those. And yeah, I mean, right now we're just waiting on the injectors, knock sensors, and the crank position sensor, and then all of the camshaft position sensors and VVT solenoids. And then got to get new idler pulley, new tensioner, and then the front seal tool from company 23, so I can install that seal because I already have that, and the little oil pump driver that goes in there as well. But we really don't have too much to do left on this motor. I mean, obviously we got to get turbo and headers, which you guys will have to wait for that. I'm not going to spoil that. And I mean, that's basically it. She's almost done. We do have a fresh set of spark plugs in her, but I will be getting new coil packs, so not going to be running those. They're just in there so nothing gets in there. But fresh plugs are in there. Need a few oil lines for the turbo oil pump, but really not much more to go on this, guys. As you see, we are running the Killer Bee oil sender adapter, so that way I do have an oil pressure gauge. And then I just got to get a new OEM oil pressure switch to go in there. But this car will now have a working gauge, and then need new temp sensor there, new oil cooler, and she'll be done. All right, so as you guys can see, we got a new idler pulley installed. Not sure if I said this already, but we got the oil pressure switch for the gauge and the oil pressure switch for the ECU installed. And then as you just saw in the time lapse, we made a few new vacuum hoses for the turbocharger, then another vacuum hose, and then I was gonna make more, but unfortunately ran out of line, so I gotta get more of that. But as you also saw in the time lapse, we got the EGR tube installed. Just gotta get new hoses for the coolant lines and all that. And then we also got brand new water pipe assemblies installed because my old ones were all rotted to shit. So we also need to make new hoses for that to the oil pan, and then for the turbo. And on this side, as you see, we got another brand new one installed. And again, gotta make more hoses that come out of the thermostat to the water pipe and then up to the oil cooler, which I still gotta get a new one. And yeah, I mean, it's coming along great. We gotta get new heater core lines, everything. And then I'm debating on whether or not I'm buying a new intake manifold. Really want to get a metal one, because why would you make a turbocharged car have a plastic intake manifold? It's kind of stupid. But unfortunately for these motors, as far as I'm aware, there are no aftermarket intake manifolds, which kind of suck. So debating on getting a new one. But I tried cleaning it, and well, it didn't really work too well. So, and I don't really want all this grime getting into a nice brand new engine, because that would suck. So debating on whether or not we're gonna reuse that one or get a new one. Guess you guys will find out. But still waiting on injectors on both sides, down there and down there. And then need a few sensors still, as you guys can see. Still need camshaft position, BBT. Still need to get company 23 tool for that. But coolant temp and oil temp, still got a few sensors, but just coming along. Gotta get a new tensioner and belt, and then I am gonna be running a fluid dampener on this car, so gotta order that, but just coming along great. What is up, guys? I know it's been a while since last time I checked in. It's been about 2 months roughly in the making of filming this one episode, but as you guys see and as you guys saw in the rest of the video, got a lot of stuff done on off camera. And today I went and basically got everything else we need to get this motor done. So let me show you guys. So as you guys can see, we got headers, turbo, fluid dampener, turbo inlet, and then almost every sensor and oil related product that I do not have on there already. So we've got a very busy time ahead of us. Let's get cracking away on all this stuff. All right, so as you guys see, we got cam position sensors installed on all four. We got both the knock sensors installed, the crank position sensor installed, and the injectors and fuel rails. So probably gonna end it here for this video, and in the next video we'll get the VVT solenoids on, intake manifold on, and turbo system on, and we'll be closer to firing her up.